Penguin Random House Australia Audio proudly presents
The Space Between. Chaos, Questions, Magic. Welcome to your 20s.
Written by
Michelle Andrews and Zara Mcdonald.
Narrated by
Michelle Andrews and Zara Mcdonald.
All rights reserved. For anyone who saw a terribly designed pink and yellow podcast logo in their feed and decided, I'm going to give these girls a shot.
So this is the book, huh?
I am fucking terrified and excited, but mostly terrified. Am I supposed to say something important here? I feel lost. I have stage fright. My third word in our book is fucking. I'm seeing little black dots everywhere. Help.
Lest we lose the book deal before the book has even begun, let me get this underway with a question. Why? Why a book? Why now? Why at all?
Oh, that's easy. Why a book? Well, we wanted to write a book about the weird gap in life that's fueled by cheap tacos and even cheaper tequila, also known as your 20s. It's when you're an adult, but not an adult. The kind who is still intimidated by quince paste, but can appreciate eclectic cushion arrangements at West Elm. It's a time when I've felt alone and confused, when a lot of shit has flown into my face, figuratively, and once literally, if you count that seagull in 2018, and I haven't known what to do with any of it. I know you're the same, along with every other 20-something I've ever met. So we wrote a book about this specific limbo in all of its chaotic magic.
This is true, the tequila, not the literal shit. Our 20s can be stupidly strange, and it's not surprising that we are desperate to make sense of it all. I think so often during this phase of life we feel lost and confused, like we're in a constant and free-falling state of oblivion. Uncertainty can be paralysing, but it also can be really illuminating. So we wrote about all of it. We wrote about ourselves, our lives, our fears, and our ambitions. We know you may not share our experiences or that you may not relate to the specifics of our stories, but we hope deeply that you will be able to relate to the emotions we share. Fair?
Absolutely. And it's super important for Zara and me to say this up front before we make you read 1,500 of my very best words on the state of my fridge. We have written this book for every woman, but by virtue of being privileged, white, able-bodied, cisgendered, straight and middle class, our experiences can't and won't be those of every woman.
Our experience is not every experience, nor will we sit around and pretend that the struggles we choose to write about are particularly cataclysmic. But we hope that when you read about them, you might feel a tiny bit seen or a tiny bit heard or a tiny bit less alone.
We also want to be clear that this is not a how-to guide for your 20s. Why? Because we don't know shit, dummy. I only just figured out my car's petrol light has an arrow that tells me what side of the car to fill up on. And I only figured it out because Zara told me just then. So, as is abundantly clear, we have limited wisdom to offer you. For every kernel of clarity, there's another question, conundrum, or crossroads to plod through.
We do not have the answers. Hell, we're only 26 as we read this. But our 20s, so far, in all their messy...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?